One more little bit. We might find green relaxing because of our ancestors, the arboreal apes, who they would partially spend their times hanging from the trees. And so the trees were their home and their shelter from other predators and things that weren't able to climb trees in the same way. So having trees around was relaxing and calming, because if you had trees around, you knew you were safe from predators. You had more of a chance to escape or refuge in these trees. Whereas if you're in a large flat land or something like that, with very few trees around, it could be dangerous for you. You better be on your ape guard to be ready for ferocious lions or whatever is going to go after you. So, starting to add a face here. Yes, this is going to be an interesting art show, and I hope you'll follow me, as well as liking and subscribing on YouTube. You will like and subscribe on my Instagram, which is more focused on visual art and things like that, rather than the sound and music tech. But really, I'm trying to cover the entire spectrum of creative technology now, which is computers, cell phones, virtual reality headsets, Apple Vision Pro, spatial reality as they call it, spatial computing, but also new markers. That's also technology, and even techniques for doing things. Also valuable knowledge and useful to pass on. So my thing is that as a specialist in creative tech, I'm helping you, my viewers, find the things that you need to the best tools and the best software and things to make your creative dreams come true, whatever those may be. It might be something totally different than what I usually do, but I will still try and help you to achieve that goal of yours. And especially if you are my subscriber or you're my backer on YouTube or Patreon. As I said, I would volunteer to recommend and set up what gear that you wanted in your studio. You have to set it up, but I would give you good advice for doing that. Looking very nice. The colors, light colors, able to go across the darker markers there. Great. That will come in very handy as doing these things, because it's like it's a spontaneous abstract art experience for me here, and so I may later change my mind about going across some of these darker colors with the light ones, but these markers, paint markers, allow that, and so it is wonderful. It is a bit similar to digital art, where we can cover anything over anything else. We can undo anything. Now with these, I'll give you a tip. With these, it looks like once you paint it down, you can't get it away, but you can, actually. If the paint marker is still wet and you make a little error, you might be able to clean it away with, obviously, try a cloth or paper towel that you don't mind getting covered with paint. But you could use water, but you could also use hand sanitizer, rubbing alcohol or something like that, and have that help you get the paint off of the surface before it dries. And on this project already, I have been able to go back a few steps on a few occasions to just refine what I consider to be the right look for the project. Light on a dark canvas. I do really like these dark canvases because it gives you, or using dark paper or whatever, it gives you a different starting place than the light paper that we have been given as a standard for hundreds or thousands of years, if you count papyrus or other things. A light canvas, but when you get a dark canvas, you are thinking in the opposite brightness and color direction, and it's very mentally freeing. You can try new ideas, and if you're doing a portrait or something and you want to get a realistic look, then you'll have to think, all right, all the dark areas are already present in this picture, and now instead of adding dark areas, I'm adding light areas. So that's a different way of thinking and very refreshing. Good coverage there. Goes across. I mean, some of this is not totally as covering as it could be, but obviously a black canvas is one of the darker surfaces that you might have to illustrate on. And here on dark canvas, wow, interesting that this paint marker is a darker black than the canvas is, at least while it's wet. We'll see if that changes when it's dry. But it's like every different color that you use has variations, and you may not realize that until you have multiple variations side by side. Then it really shows out. See, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but this paint marker is darker than the black canvas here, which is sort of a matte black, but it does have a bit of a shine to it, especially under these lights at the time. You could make a work of great subtlety by doing black brush work on a black canvas or something. Occasionally artists will do that when it's the same color going over the same color, and then it's a challenge for the viewer to be able to perceive where are the edges of that shape. Green and yellow. So you put green and yellow together and you start to think of agriculture. You think of corn, or maybe yellow flowers with their green leaves. All of the colors have natural and cultural associations with them. So in the United States, we have red, white, and blue on our flag, but a lot of other countries have green as one of their colors. So that is a different association. These, when I add the black to the picture, that makes the colorful area stand out all the more. A little bit of white. Let's see, that is getting stirred around in the reservoir of the thing there. Try going across both of those. I am getting a little bit of paint fumes from all of this, but this is a lot of painting that I've been doing here in this area. So I'll stop the video soon, get some ventilation, and move onward. Nice coverage there. May clean off my pen tip after doing colors across each other, especially if the ink is still wet. Ink or paint, as the case may be. I keep saying ink perhaps because this is similar to the stained Sharpies that I like. Those are fabric markers. Adding the glasses of a small face there. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.